Right. Coincidence. Were you wearing that shirt yesterday?
I think so, yeah.
I thought it had just solid stripes.
Yeah. Well, anyways, this is our show. It's what we call the 10 by 10, where we have 14 topics, and we spin the wheel and talk about it for 10 minutes.
And that's how we come up with 10 by 10.
All right, so let's get spinning. Here we go.
You went the wrong way.
Oh, dang it! I did that yesterday.
It's real easy. Just go one way.
Oh.
Here, I'll do it.
All right. Oh, there we go. See, that sounds a lot better. I like it when it goes that way.
It's making funny noises.
Okay, we are on. Oh, is it green? What is that?
Oh, display ads.
Display ads. So this is something that is yours.
This is mine.
So now I get to ask him questions about display ads.
Right.
For those of you, and we're gonna go with 10 minutes, starting right now.
So let me just start out by saying when I'm talking about display ads, it could be magazine, it could be on a web page, any kind of product where you're...
So analog, like stuff in actual print,
analog,
and digital, which
right.
is on the net.
Right, and the whole idea is you have a very limited amount of time. I mean, if they're flipping through, even like Costco ads. I was looking at a Costco ad today, and it just got me to thinking how people waste money, millions of dollars on ads where they pay somebody to model.
Whoa. Okay, hold your thought. Jeff, do you even have a marketing degree?
Huh? I think so. I'm pretty sure I do.
That was probably one of the best lines one of his bosses ever brought up. And then when he found out that he did, and it was at the same college that guy went to.
What are you going to do?
Would you like to have been a camera on the wall for that one?
A fly camera. Yes.
They have those, don't they?
No.
Okay.
Just in movies.
All right. So I'm investing now if anybody's inventing. All right. So display ads. So you have had the chance to work for about 5 of the biggest companies out there where you got to manage display ads.
I got to spend other people's money.
Yeah, which is great.
So not only have I worked for Fortune 500 companies and handling marketing and advertising, but also I was a real estate agent for 7 years. And I'll tell you what, if you're good at marketing, you won't know for sure until it's your company and you're spending your dollars and you're like, okay, am I going to spend money? Now put the money where my mouth is. Right. Do I really believe that this product works, or do I really believe that I have a skill to do this?
Right. So if somebody was going to do that, but what kind of mechanisms do they have to have in place first to even measure whether or not it's working?
Well, the first thing that you always have to do is you have to be able to track. One of the most frustrating things is you get a phone call, and I'll give you an example. And this happens all the time. You try to train the people who answer the phone. It could even be salespeople. Somebody answers the phone and they say, hello, hi, this is Dr. Smith. A couple of friends of mine have your product and they've been hounding me to call you for the last 5 years and buy this product. So here I am, I'm finally calling. Oh, okay, so it's a referral. I'll just mark that referral and let's go ahead and handle this $10,000 sale. Thank you for your business today. Well, later you find out that, well, wait a minute, why have they been being told about this product for 5 years and only today they're calling? What prompted their call today? Oh, yeah, I saw your ad in the magazine that said this, and it was a limited time offer, and whatever.
Right, but how would you have known that?
You wouldn't unless you ask. You have to. If somebody says, "Oh, it was a referral," you always have to go deeper. You always have to ask. Well, okay, that's great. It was a referral from Dr. Johnson. I'll make sure and thank Dr. Johnson for referring you.
Right.
But do you mind if I ask what prompted your call today?
So don't unsubscribe because you already knew that, because I guarantee you half the audience watching this doesn't know that. Because
I have spoken to people, owners of companies who are like catching overflow on the phones and talking about, oh, I got this great lead and this is great. This could be a $40,000 sale. Oh, how'd they hear about us? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
It's frustrating.
So
you have to know.
Right, because now you don't have no feedback as far as which of your marketing products is working, right? Because if you've got maybe 5 things out there, then you can find out which of those 5 is hitting and drop the other 4 and take that money and plug it into that one, right?
Exactly. Because that's one of the things that I would threaten sales reps with. If they said, oh yeah, it was a referral. And then I would say, well, now understand something, that if it came from this ad that we just put in a magazine that just came out in the last week,
Yeah.
And you're saying referral, and now all of a sudden the phones are ringing off the hook, but people are saying referral, or I've been meaning to do it, or whatever. I'm going to pull those ads, and do you think the phones are going to ring just as much? No, they won't. So you have to be smart.
Let me ask you this. We're about halfway through. If you had to choose, if you could only do hard touchy-feely display ads or digital in this day and age, what would you do?
It depends on the product, depends on your audience, where they're located. But the thing I think most people underestimate is the power of analog. So magazines, direct mail, like postcards, people still want to touch it and hold it and look at it. And if they get their mail and they have a magazine, they're still going to have magazines that are their favorite magazine to thumb through.
Right.
If they get, one thing that we were really good at was creating postcards that were a little bit odd size. So they weren't a small postcard, but they weren't a huge postcard, but just big enough that when it came in the mail, it was a little bit bigger or a little bit wider than other mail.
Okay, so when you're holding onto your wad of mail in the mailbox, there's the thing.
Right.
So what colors work the best for you?
You know, it kind of, you want to go bright colors, so blues, yellows, reds, oranges, that sort of thing. Obviously you want to stick to your company colors, but you want, part of the reason I wanted to talk about display ads is you have to catch somebody's attention. I guarantee if you have, and it doesn't matter if it's a postcard, direct mail, a magazine, or a web product, you have to have something, and that's the thing I wanted to talk about this. I'll see ads every day where somebody spent $500,000 to put that ad together, to have the graphics done, to have the model hired, to have everybody there to put that together.
Just to make the ad.
Just to make the ad.
Wow.
And then you look at it, and I ask myself, if I have to ask myself, why would I buy this product? Why would I even stop and look at this? You don't have 5 minutes of fame. Just because you spend a bunch of money and put an ad on a web or on a mail piece or magazine.
Right.
No, you're not guaranteed people are going to look at it. Yet a lot of times they're written and they look like, well, this is pretty. Now, if I read the whole ad from top to bottom, I'm going to see everything about this ad, and I'm going to make a conscious business decision whether I want to buy it or not, and that's not true. You have about 5 seconds when somebody's flipping through a magazine or get something in the mail and they're looking through stuff, or they're scrolling through a website. You have about 5 seconds for them to even what's happening with this?
And you have 3 minutes to give us the top 10 most important things about display ads.
One of the most important things, and this is when you spend millions of dollars of other people's money, you get a lot of epiphanies, believe me, because even though it wasn't my money, I was held accountable to the fruits of that labor. The thing that's important, the number one thing I'll say is, if you're going to design a display ad, don't hire an artist, hire a graphic designer. Somebody who understands what an ad should look like, how to get someone's attention, but to get it, and so that the layout of the ad, you can see the headline, see why I should be even considering your product, and that the whatever image is used is something that's going to grab my attention. Another thing that's going to be important is don't go for I'm just going to dip my toes in the water and just try it. I'll just go with a quarter page ad. I always try to go full page. If I can get, if there's the biggest ad that I can possibly buy, because you will be in people's faces, you will get more than the amount of money it costs extra. You'll get more sales than the amount of money it costs extra to have that bigger ad. So go with the bigger ad.
Okay.
Third thing, I would say you have to know the audience. You have to know what is that consumer, what do they care about?
Right. Okay.
Do they know your product? Because you may be in there, and sometimes the problem is your nose is up against that TV screen and you can't see the whole picture. And that's what it's like when we're trying to market our products.
Right.
You better know and talk to your customers. Go to trade shows. Talk to those customers and find out.
So here's a point. You work for a place that was the whole entire site and everything was designed by the technicians of the product. So they were talking about all of the high caliber,
500 amps.
the XZ100.
4 kilohertz.
Yes. Right. Instead of the delivers your, I don't know if you want to use catchphrases that you use there, but
no, the whole point of it was, if you ask your end user, what do you care about when you're using this type of product, and they say, I need these sorts of things, make sure that your ad reaches those people, that the graphics and the image and everything grabs them by their throat and says,
Right.
this is what you're interested in, this product has it.
Right. So I promised you 10, but you don't really need 10. We're down to 57 seconds. So Jeff, anything else of those? Because you already gave enough information for people to kind of point them in the right direction where they can save money. Knowing their audience as far as who to market to, that is really big. And then also how to say it so it's not the product benefits, but not the objective stuff about the products. You're not selling the steak, you're selling the sizzle of the steak.
I'll say this in the last 30 seconds, where we have.
That's exactly
The worst thing you can do in an ad is try to say everything. Your big headline that's supposed to grab their attention is a subheading, and it's the same size. Don't use all capital letters because the brain can't comprehend that as easily as it can upper lowercase. But don't have all this information in there, and then your main headline gets lost.
So, final question: serif or sans serif?
Oh, it's definitely sans serif. What?
All right.
You've been asking me that.
And that's our 10 minutes.
I'm so mad at you right now.
All right. Well.